Welcome back to my channel. I am Dr. A. Navnita, Assistant Professor in EC Department, Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technology. So today I am going to discuss a topic based on types of programming language. So before using the programming language, already I told you in my previous videos also, to develop any electronic gadget like your mobile phone, calculator, washing machine, ATM machine, we require the hardware and the software. So whatever the software we develop, that we call it as a program. So program is nothing but giving an order to the CPU to do certain task. Already I told you in my previous videos also, the hardware which we have to make use is nothing but CPU, memory, input device and output device. The main hardware block is nothing but the CPU, which will take the input, does some processing in the, that is computation for the input, and produces the output. So here in this one, for the CPU to work, a soft program has to be developed. That program we are calling it the software. So here the program, before knowing the programming language, we have to know what is a program. So program is nothing but what a command given, whom you are giving to the CPU. Why you are giving the CPU a command? Who gives this command? A programmer gives, isn't it? So here a command which is given by the programmer to the CPU to do certain operation. That we call it as a program. So whenever we go for writing a program, from the starting of generation of the computers, there are three types of programming languages are used. One is nothing but main programming languages, is nothing but machine level language programming, and assembly level. Second one is nothing but assembly level language programming. So this will be in short form. It is called as ALP. Next one is nothing but high level language programming, like your C, C++, Java, Python. All these programs are going to come under your high level language programming. So here in this one, whenever you go for your machine level language programming, in the machine level language program, whatever directly this program will work on the CPU, memory, whatever the hardware blocks which we are using. So here this direct execution will be done on your hardware circuits. So here, because to write a program in ones and zeros, and engineers to understand this ones and zeros program has become very complex. To make this complex work into simple, they have gone to one more programming language, that is nothing but assembly level language programming. So whenever we get into the assembly level language programming, the program, whatever is the program is written, it is written using some keywords, English keywords. That keywords we call it as a mnemonic. Okay. So here using the mnemonics, we are going to write the program like add, mul, div, okay, move. So these are nothing but mnemonics. So using these mnemonics, we are going to write the program, and whatever the program we write, that program is written keeping into the consideration of CPU hardware circuits like registers present in your CPU, how control unit is going to work, and the memory. So considering the hardware part of memory and the CPU, whatever the program you write, that program comes under the assembly level language programming. So whenever we get into the assembly level language programming, this assembly level language programming is used in the embedded system. Already you know, your mobile phone is a one embedded system, your calculator is a one embedded system, your robo is a one embedded system, your driverless car is a one embedded system. So here all this whatever the assembly level language program is there, that works in your embedded system, and also in the device drivers, that is developing a program making the hardware to work, and also it is used in the gadgets where real-time operating system is used. So assembly language programming is used in that case. So whenever we get into the assembly level language programming, we are going to use one software program, that is nothing but assembler. What is the assembler? Assembler is nothing but a software program which is used to convert the assembly level language program into machine level language program, that is nothing but binary level program. Ultimately, whatever the program you write, either assembly level language program or high level language program, this program has to work on the hardware circuits like your CPU and memory. Whenever they have to work on the hardware circuit, this program has to be in the form of ones and zeros, and these ones and zeros are nothing but voltage levels. To make the program to convert the assembly level language program into machine level language program, we are going to use of an assembler. So think you are making use of the software DOS box. Inside your DOS box only you are going to have the assembler. So different processors like your 8085, 8086 ARM Cortex processor, each processor is going to write is going to have their assembly level language, we are going to write the assembly level language program. So whatever the assembly level language program which you have written for the ARM Cortex processor will not work on the 8086 processor, or program assembly level language program written in 8085 will not work on 8086, because the architecture of 8085 is different from 8086 and Cortex is different from your 8086. Okay, next comes to make simple, still simpler, they have gone to another programming language, that is nothing but a high level language programming. Example of your high level language is nothing but C, C++, Java, Python. Okay, whatever the program which you write using high level programming language, you are not at all going to consider the hardware part of your CPU or your memory. So it is independent of the hardware circuits, and it is very simple to develop the program to do any task. Whenever you go for your high level, again the high level language has to be converted into machine level language program to work on the hardware circuits of your CPU. Okay, so for this case what they are going to use, they are going to use a software program compiler. Compiler is nothing but the software program which is going to convert a high level language programming into machine level language programming. Think you have written it, you have taken it, you have used a Turbo C. The Turbo C only compiler will be there which will convert this C program into machine level language programming. And one more software will be used, that is nothing but interpreter. Interpreter is nothing but a software program which will convert, which will make step-by-step execution of whatever the program you are going to have. So here in this one thing you have to remember that whatever this you are going to use mnemonics here in the assembly level language programming, that mnemonics are also called as pseudo code. Okay, so this is about the assembly level language programming, machine level language programming and high level language programming. Okay, so I think you have got the idea of programming languages, and if you have any doubt regarding this, you can discuss the doubts with my number 9849 702 343, or send a mail to my mail ID nitaalluri@gmail.com. Okay, remember that any programming language you are used, ultimately they are used to give command to your CPU to make work with the memory and input-output devices. Okay, so if you open a robot, what does it contain? It contains nothing but your CPU which you have, memory and input-output devices and connecting wires only you are going to have. Other than that, you are not going to have anything. So simple, if you have the knowledge of hardware, then you can develop the program to work. Mainly the hardware engineers, that is electronic and electronic ECE students or EEE students, MCD students, they and instrumentation, electronic and instrumentation students will be having, they have to write the assembly level language programming in the embedded system or device drivers or RTOs. Even CSE students can get into this if they have the knowledge of some part of the hardware. Okay, so I think I have given the idea of the programming language, and better you do the projects based on latest technology using this programming languages related to machine learning or deep learning, artificial intelligence, cyber security, blockchain. Okay, I think you have got a more idea of programming language. If you like my video, subscribe it, like it and place some comments. Thank you once again.